Alô, testando. Gameplay novo, versão de PC. Tirar a poeira do controle. Tá bugando com. Pera aí, gente. Deu bug aqui. Tentando funcionar. Aí, acho que agora vai.
At the moment of birth, each of us is as free as a bird, with not a single restraint tying us down. But with age come the varied shackles that bind, clipping away at our wings, feather by feather. In time, we long for a return to the freedom we once knew. But the truth is, we can return to those days whenever we so choose.
Era história total de novo.
Is this weather perfect or what? The brisk ocean breeze, the wide open sea, smells like a new journey on our horizon. I gotta say, glad I took you up on your offer, Adel. Being stranded on Asteria for so long was really getting to me.
I'm glad I asked you to come.
Same. This has me even more pumped than all the way back when I first left my hometown. It's been a wild ride since then, but that doesn't make me any less grateful to you. I can hardly remember the last time I felt this chipper.
Adel! Dogi! So this is where you two were. My, I never dared dream I'd get to see the actual ocean in person. Even now, it's difficult to believe a vessel this large is capable of floating upon its waves. What manner of sorcery is this?
I guess this is all one big culture shock for someone born and raised on Ys. Dr. Flair here's even giddier than me.
That I am. In my view, being on the surface instead of above it is a miracle in itself. To say nothing of the unprecedented chance it's given me to search for the original strain of Celcetan flower.
Celcetan flower? That's the name of a type of medicinal herb, right? It's native to the Great Forest on the Gallia-Hispani border or something.
Indeed it is. I couldn't very well rest on my heels after hearing that's where you two were headed. The prospect of seeing it in its natural habitat was ample reason to climb aboard.
Your get-up and go could put even Adel to shame. But be sure to mind your health, okay? At the rate you're going, you'll end up fainting in sheer bliss the second you stumble onto those flowers.
Well, frankly speaking, that scenario is all but guaranteed.
Well, we won't be arriving in Celceta for a long while yet. Might as well kick back a bit and enjoy the ride for now, don't you think?
Ah, a passenger. Having a pleasant voyage, I hope? You appear to be a seasoned traveler for a boy your age. So my hunch was correct. This may be no surprise to you then, but we have some extraordinary sights coming up shortly.
Oh, what's that over there?
Mountains?
Attention! I am your captain, Victor LaSalle. Allow me to express my... If you look to our left-hand side, you'll find Obelia Gulf. This current bout of clear weather lets us see the myriad patches of land, both large and small, that populate these waters. It will be quite some time yet before the ship arrives at our destination in Celceta. So until then, we invite you to bask in this scenic tapestry of blue seas and beauteous islands. Understood. Let's make haste.
My word! What a magnificent sight!
Obelia Gulf, huh? Sure doesn't disappoint. That reminds me, Adel. You said you were looking for a western archipelago before you came to Asteria, right? Is there any chance this might be... Whoa! A little close for comfort, don't you think? How's a guy supposed to take in the sights like that?
Vai afundar, quer ver?
Hey, Adel.
Men, prepare to hunt. Behold thy foes with steady hearts. Fear not thy fate, for life and death are the deities to decide. Those who fall with valor shall be ushered into their divine kingdom. Now, shout forth the name of our God!
Pirata.
It can't be! Pirates!
So he did hire mercenaries.
Shield wall! Charge!
Stay behind us, Doc.
Right?
Oh?
Bit on the pewt, sure you know which way to...
What a joke. The big lug behind him would be more...
What difference does that make? You've still got a blade at the ready either way.
Enough chit...
How's that? Joke. One for the road. No way. How's that? How's this? How's that? No way.
No way.
Damn it all.
Easy.
Rotten punk.
You bumbling... How long does it take to handle one sellsword trying to play...
Our fault.
Oh, Fine then. I'll... Done saying your prayers? How's that? You're pretty skilled.
Tem parry? That was nice.
Whoa!
Whole lot of fuck.
Try not to lose.
Princess. I must ask that you stand down. That boy appears...
What?
We have already apprehended... Right this way.
Oh boy, we're in a real jam now. Ugh.
Captain Victor LaSalle. I thought we had an agreement. There's a toll for sailing these waters. And you promised never to skip out on it again.
Hold on a moment! This is the last time, I swear! Whatever you do, just let me live!
We both already know how this goes. Any room you had to parley was forfeit the minute you put those mercenaries on your payroll.
Stay your hand, boy. Those are no mere pirates. They're the Balta Sea Force.
Ué, deixa eu matar o cara? Essa cozinha aqui é.
Woof! I'm stuffed. Guess good eats are a given when you set up town by the ocean. The stuff you get further inland just doesn't compare to fresh seafood.
That aside, it would seem we're going to be stranded here for the time being.
Yeah. Who'd have guessed the Adamas was cruising through these waters illegally? Obviously, the captain already paid the ultimate price for that. But I hear they're even seizing his ship as compensation for all those unpaid tolls.
It leads me to wonder what the story is behind this Balta Sea Force. To their credit, they did let Adel loose after determining he was merely a passenger.
Doesn't make those lugs any less high and mighty, though. If they look like pirates and plunder like pirates.
Like Normans, you mean?
Normans, you say?
They're a lawless people from the north with incredible seafaring know-how. Word is, they've looted their way not just here, but across the entire North Sea. Raiding towns, pillaging churches, kidnapping innocents. None of it is beneath a Norman, and the Balta Sea Force makes up just one faction among them.
Sounds like your typical pirates to me. How do they get away with it?
I was given to understand that the entire region of Glia fell under Roman imperial control.
Rumor has it that not even the Empire would dare to defy the Sea Force. The Normans have had an iron-fisted grip on Obelia Gulf for ages now. Some say that it spares us from suffering under Roman rule, but they don't speak for everybody.
Hey, did you hear about what happened to the Adamas?
I did. Captain LaSalle was treading a dangerous line. He simply reaped what he sowed, if you ask me.
Won't argue with that.
Still, it's hard not to feel for the guy.
Those pirates had no right to waltz in like they owned these waters and demand a toll. Why should any of us have to play along with their made-up...
Shush! I can sympathize, but that sort of talk is best kept to yourself.
Oh, what did I do to deserve being born in Karnak, of all places?
I see what you mean. Doesn't sound like they get the warmest reception around here.
As would be the case in any town, though this one does seem to have its fair share of hardship. It does have its charms. The bevy of islands we saw from the ship, for instance, were absolutely breathtaking.
Oh, yes, that's true. We locals...
That reminds me, Missy. These islands wouldn't happen to come with any unusual myths or lore, would they? Our little...
Is that your reason for traveling, maybe? I can't guarantee there's anything that'll live up... Aha! If it's run up...
Really now?
Well, legends tell of what's known as the Sea King's Throne. The throne is said to be hidden away on one of the islands here in Obelia. Supposedly, whoever finds and sits upon it will have their wishes granted.
Oh, that's some juicy stuff. How about it, Adel? This do anything for you?
Hold...
Oh, what? Let them chase their dreams.
That heck. Forgive him. He's had a few ales too many, it seems. Say that throne really exists, though.
Huh? Well, for our humble little business to prosper, of course. What else?
Brings a tear to my eye.
Renee must be proud.
It makes me want to spend, and I'd do it all with us.
How sweet.
I think you've had quite enough for one day. Our apology.
Like they mentioned, my name is Rosalind. I'm the daughter of the owners. The three of you are going to be lodging with us tonight. If you have any issues during your stay, anything at all, just let me know. Of course. Well, I'd better get back to work.
Such a capable young lady. Reminds me of Lilia back home.
By the way, Adel, I know this Sea King's throne is a big deal and all, but we got some other things to take care of first if we're sticking around. The travel funds we scrounged up were only enough to get us to Salsetta.
Quite right. With that in mind, I plan to pay the local clinic a visit. Upon our arrival, I noticed a flyer that said they were recruiting medical practitioners.
Well, ain't that convenient? Doesn't really solve the issue for us two, though.
Are you youngsters in need of work?
Yeah. You got any leads?
Well, both the harbor and the town militia are hiring at the moment. The docks are always short on labor. I'm certain a brawny fellow such as yourself would be a welcome addition. And the red-haired lad is a swordsman, no? The militia...
No joke? That's great.
Seems...
Sure do.
Right click.
All right, you two. This is...
Indeed. I'll be heading to the local clinic. I may just take a look around town as well, seeing as we're extending our stay.
Let's aim to... Adel, I'm guessing you're also...
Me. Seek me.
Oh, waifu,
Adel? A voice?
There's no shortage of noise.
Anyway, back to what you probably plan to wander the streets a bit yourself before... Catch you both later.
We can't go through here.
I've got to say, the quality of these Spanish leather goods is on a whole other level.
One might say the same. Roman Hispani.
To be perfectly honest,
That attire is he?
Well spotted. I am indeed a Norman. However, I find that being a tradesman suits me far better than waving an axe about.
They say Norman.
it's thanks to the Balta Sea Force that we're still able to do They're the ones who make sure ships from both sides can travel these waters safely.
Not having those persnickety Roman officials. I very much look forward to your continued patronage.
You and me both. And let's not forget to keep our friends from the Sea Force.
On a separate note, Romes, the militia recently informed me that an incident has blocked the highway out of town. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have an important negotiation to attend in that direction?
Well, word gets around fast. It's nothing I'm not aware of. In fact, I've already asked them. Shouldn't be long. Yeah.
You there, with the red hair.
Well, here's an unfamiliar face. Is everything all right? They didn't hurt.
Sorry for calling to you out of no. We each have a child about the same age as you. So our motherly instincts.
Honestly, who do those Balta hooligans think? They impose an exorbitant toll on every vessel crossing Obelia Gulf and plunder anyone who flouts it.
Some ships, like the Adamas, will try and make their way through without drawing it. But when they're that's for sure. Once you're dead, that's it. Nothing.
Ironically enough, the Balta Sea Force would have. In that sense, they do their part to maintain order throughout the Gulf, which is why the Roman Empire turns a blind eye. When all is said and done, as long as we live here, those brigands' word is law.
There are far fewer instances. Still, it would be.
I pity the man. Having to deal with our complaints and the Sea Force's demands has him between a rock and a hard place.
Well, that's what he signed up for when he took on the job. Anyway, you just be sure to stay out of their line of fire.
Sim, senhora.
Oh, you got a job for us?
Huh?
Wait a sec. Don't tell me. You're here to never seen you. The name's Gren. That all, huh? Man, oh man, you've just gotta enlist. We could really use a guy. Wait, what's with the long face? It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth. But the mayor slashed our budget in order to keep the militia from being overfunded. When the Balta Sea... I knew! The only problem is, our commander and the others are out at the moment. They should be here tomorrow, though. Call it a hunch. Calling all youths.
Seek me. This way.
Ok, vai full misteriosa.
Seek me. Right here. Find me.
Lila Shell.
Swordsman, can you bestow you mana?
Gotcha! Gotcha!
I'm sorry. My name. Who? Adam. Search. In.
So the shell As for this mana you mentioned...
Well, of course it is. That wolf you fought that just wouldn't die has me hung up too. I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks, but none of them mentioned...
It may well be that something is
The Balta Sea Force, mana, an undead wolf, doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne, you know.
É isso aí, nova aventura.
Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out. But whenever you're around, Adel, it seems to find us in... Finding that girl's...
The first step is to gather information.
clichê,
You'll
mas
also
fazer o
be
quê,
in
né?
need of a ship.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around.
As for myself, I'll see if I can...
Sounds like a plan.
Well, sorry to disappoint. There's something I need to double check. You're probably full of questions, but just think of this as us picking up where we left. So you do know it. I won't hold back this time. Power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it? You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much. Leela? Never heard of... Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage. Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it. Out of the Sea Force, that list starts and ends with me and my old man. And just why should I... Blood and thunder. Grieger. Hardly. But mana is the only thing that can... Well... What was that?
Warm up!
Legal, tá com fome.
What in hell did you just do to us? At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. And what would I gain by answering them? I'm a Norman, a pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill. Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf. Son of a... Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time? Don't exactly see a keyhole anywhere. It's stuck tight! Hey, quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count. Either we get these off, or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that? Hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point. Couldn't... What a mess. They call you Adol, right? We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist. Watch it. If anyone should be complaining, my name's Karja. Karja Balta, daughter of Grimson Balta. Well, no, it's over by the heart. Hey, don't stray too far. Taking enough tumbles for my liking. Wonder if Gunnar knows anything about this.
Hey, Princess. Back already? Who's your plus one?
Is Gunnar in? I have a report to make.
Yeah, I'll go.
Not every day you see the princess bring in someone from the straight and narrow. You her little boy toy now, or what? Should've figured. She'd never go for a shrimp like you. Wait a sec. Wasn't that swordsman she threw down with on the Adamas also?
Hey! What are you whispering?
What seems to be the...
Gunnar, how many times do I have to tell you to quit calling me that?
Oh? Who might this boy...
He's the swordsman Grimson told me to look into.
A request from the Jarl. Ah. I see. So we have here not only a mana wielder, but a pair of mystical shackles. What's more, the latter has rendered you unable to separate from the force.
That better not be a smirk
Not at all. This isn't humorous in the least. It is, however, exceptionally unusual. Only the Jarl can make the final call here. Unfortunately, he is currently out at sea on an expedition. We do not expect him back until tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Why is that? That's much worse.
And just what am I supposed to do until then?
With all due respect, Princess, I must ask that you spend the remainder of your day here in Karnak.
Ja, much worse.
What? But what?
It wouldn't do to have a non-shield brother accompanying us, for one thing. This may even be to your benefit from a certain perspective. What better chance to familiarize yourself with how those under our rule live and think? I believe you're at an age now where such matters ought to be considered.
Fair.
Not to mention, it is possible for this turn of events to be grossly misconstrued.
In what way?
There are those who would be only too pleased to regard this as a scandalous affair on your part. We have no need to voluntarily provide them with issues to raise at the Thingstead. Adel, was it? My apologies for giving you a fright on the Adamas. I am Gunnar. I'm recalling you correctly then. Your battles aboard the Adamas were no doubt you have many thoughts on the subject. We Normans have nevertheless... Good. I will notify... Until then,
Don't you have that backwards, Gunnar?
that you feel the boy is... I leave the rest to you.
Parar por aqui, amanhã eu continuo. Gostando dele.